Welcome to Great Day, Colorado. I'm DJ Mikey D, your guide through the Mile High City's incredible music scene. You know, I've been thinking a lot lately about what makes Denver's music community so special. It's not just one sound, it's this beautiful, messy, eclectic mix that somehow all works together. I mean, where else can you catch a punk show at a DIY space one night, then hear some incredible Americana at a cozy venue the next, then dance to reggae the night after that? And the crazy part? You'll probably see some of the same faces at all three shows. That's the Denver way. Let's talk about the ecosystem here for a minute. We've got these amazing community-driven venues. I'm talking about places like Lion's Lair, the High Dive, Globe Hall, spots that aren't just bars, they're incubators. And the house show scene? Man, that's where the real magic happens. Kids crammed into living rooms, sweating together, feeling the music in their bones. And you know what I love? The way artists here aren't afraid to blend genres. They're not worried about fitting into neat little boxes. Take Amanda Hawkins. If you haven't heard her yet, you're missing out. She's this incredible singer-songwriter who bridges that gap between Denver's folk and country roots and a modern indie sensibility. If you don't know, Amanda was a contestant on American Idol on season 7. The last time I worked with Amanda is when she asked me to be a part of her music video Trust You're There. I caught her set at the Bluebird last month, and wow, her voice just cuts through you, you know? It's expressive, raw, but with this narrative quality that pulls you into her stories. She's playing these intimate venues around town, local festivals, exactly the kind of artist who represents what makes our scene so strong. But here's the thing about Amanda. She's taking classic roots forms and bringing in contemporary production. It's not just acoustic guitar and vocals anymore. She's building these arrangements that honor tradition while pushing forward. That's so Denver. Respecting where we came from while always looking ahead. Now let's shift gears completely and talk about the Irie Still. These guys have been holding down the reggae scene in Denver for over 25 years. 25 years! That's longer than some of our listeners have been alive. Rasta Man, Ronnie Noel, their frontman, brings that authentic Trinidad and Tobago energy. He's been performing since he was a kid, and you can feel that history in their music. Heavy bass lines that make you move, those offbeat guitar chops, warm brass sections. It's danceable, it's uplifting, but it's also rooted in something real. What I love about the Irie Still is how they've adapted reggae's spirit to our mountain city context. They're not trying to be Jamaican, they're being Colorado reggae, and they've helped build this loose but persistent reggae community that overlaps with ska, dub, world music. It's all connected. They've shared stages with reggae greats, but they're still out there playing regular shows, keeping the foundation strong for what's now a booming scene. That's commitment. That's love for the music. Then you've got bands like Basement Pony representing the DIY punk and indie side. These are the bands playing all ages shows, house gigs, the smaller venues that keep our grassroots culture alive. Their sound mixes that punk intensity with melodic sensibilities. It's raw but thoughtful, you know? What people don't realize is how much work goes into maintaining that DIY network. These bands aren't just playing. They're booking shows, promoting, building community. They're the ones making sure our scene stays accessible and creative, not just another commercial product. And for those who really want to explore the edges, we've got artists like Babe Lorde pushing into experimental electronic noise-influenced territory. This is where Denver's genre hybridity gets really interesting. Post-rock atmospherics mixed with sampling, abstract songwriting. It's challenging but rewarding. Groups like Babe Lorde are crucial because they push boundaries. They make audiences think differently about what music can be. In a scene that sometimes plays it safe, we need those risk-takers opening up new listening experiences. The beautiful thing is how all these threads connect. The alt-country folks might collaborate with indie rockers. The reggae bands share bills with punk acts. Hip-hop producers work with electronic artists. It's this web of creativity that makes Denver so special. So if you're listening and you want to dive deeper, check out local venues' calendars, follow these artists on streaming platforms, tune into community radio. The infrastructure is here. Small clubs, independent promoters, local labels, all waiting for you to discover your next favorite band. That's all the time we have today. Remember, support local music, go to shows, and keep Denver's soundscape vibrant. This is DJ Mikey D, signing off from Denver Soundscapes. Keep listening. Stay tuned in as I discuss Denver's nightlife coming up next. Welcome to Mile High Nights on Great Day, Colorado. I'm DJ Mikey D, your guide to everything after dark in the Queen City of the Plains. You know, I've been spinning records and watching this city's nightlife evolve close to a decade now, and let me tell you, Denver's come a long way from just a handful of late-night spots downtown. What we've got now is this incredible diversified ecosystem. We're talking dance clubs, live music rooms, rooftop bars that'll blow your mind, underground electronic spaces that feel like you've discovered a secret. And don't even get me started on the speakeasies popping up in every neighborhood. It's like the Rocky Mountain energy met metropolitan creativity and decided to throw the best party ever. Now, if you're new to the scene or just visiting, let me break down the geography for you. Downtown's LoDo and the Theater District, that's still where you go for that high-energy, dress-to-impress club vibe. But then you've got the RiNo and 5 Points. Man, that's where the real magic happens for us music lovers. RiNo especially. It's like this creative playground where you might find an indie band in one venue, a techno DJ in the next, and a hip-hop showcase across the street. The diversity is insane. And the best part, nobody's judging your outfit. Denver's generally pretty casual. You can rock out in jeans and a nice shirt and fit right in. Let's talk venues for a minute. The Fillmore Auditorium, absolute classic for touring acts. Temple, Denver, that's where you go when you want that high-production electronic experience, the kind of place where the bass hits you in the chest and the light show is almost as good as the music. Almost. Beta Nightclub has been holding it down for the dedicated EDM heads for years. And Cervantes' Masterpiece Ballroom, that place is special. They do this beautiful mix of live music and DJ nights that just captures the soul of Denver. But you know what I really love? The smaller spots, like Bar Standard, that really champion local talent. That's where you discover the next big thing. Now, here's what's really exciting about where Denver's headed. We're seeing this resurgence of underground electronic culture. Warehouse parties that feel like they're straight out of the 90s, daytime, day raves where you can dance in the sunshine. It's bringing back that raw, authentic energy that sometimes gets lost in the big commercial clubs. And the programming has gotten so creative. Many venues are doing this hybrid live DJ thing where you might have a band play a set, then a DJ takes over and remixes their tracks right there. It's seamless, it's innovative, and it keeps the energy flowing all night. Summer in Denver. Don't even get me started on the rooftop and outdoor scene. There's something magical about dancing under the stars with the city lights twinkling around you and those mountain breezes keeping you cool. It's a whole different vibe from the winter club experience. What I'm really proud of, though, is how the scene has embraced local-first booking. Venues are making conscious efforts to feature Denver artists alongside the big names. And the production quality? The tech has gotten so good, crystal-clear sound systems, immersive lighting, visuals that tell a story. We're competing with any major city out there. Safety and inclusivity have become huge priorities, too. I'm seeing more venues with clearly marked safety teams, free water stations, designated sober spaces. It's about creating an environment where everyone can have a good time without worrying. That's the kind of progress that makes a scene sustainable. Okay, let me give you some practical tips if you're planning a night out. First, always bring a valid ID. Doesn't matter how old you think you look. Second, expect cover charges for big-name DJs and popular nights, but there are plenty of free or cheap options if you know where to look. And this is important. Use rideshare apps. Denver's late-night public transit can be limited, and you don't want to be stranded. Plus, parking downtown is, well, let's just say it's an adventure. Peak hours are typically from 11:30 p.m. to 2:30 a.m., so if you want to avoid lines, consider going earlier or later. What's really cool is seeing how nightlife has become such a significant part of Denver's cultural economy. We're supporting local artists, bringing in tourism, creating jobs. It's not just about partying, it's about building community and culture. Looking ahead, I'm seeing more pop-up events, more attention to sustainable operations, and this continued diversification. That means there's literally something for everyone. Whether you're into EDM, hip-hop, reggaeton, techno, indie dance, Denver's got you covered. So whether you're a longtime local or planning your first visit, get out there and experience it. The energy in this city after dark is something special. Thanks for tuning into Mile High Nights on GreatDayColorado.com. I'm DJ Mikey D, and I'll catch you on the dance floor. Peace out, my party peeps.